Hey Bob, it's Eddie Logan. I'm Bill's son. You know, we used to race together about 10 years ago. I moved back to St. Louis from California back in 2002, and I remember my dad saying, you know, you got to get with Bob Cott. He's big on the duathlon circuit right now. And that was racing I'd done out west, and I loved it, so I decided to do some of the races back here. And I didn't know what he meant by big at the time, but I sure found out quickly because you were winning all the races. I think you might have been in your late 40s or maybe 50, and you were killing everybody, all the young guys, me included. And I remember your humble spirit. You know, you were the same guy I remembered from when I was just a little kid at the bike shop, and my dad would carry us around to all the races, and I really admired you, Bob, because you were soft-spoken and, like I said, humble, but yet you could crush on the bike. And I remember talking to some of the guys you raced with later on when we were doing duathlons, and they would say, you know, Bob, he only rides 22 miles a day. He rides 11 miles to work, and then he rides 11 miles home, and that's all he needs, and he can win the races. And Jim Snyder said, you know, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And that's how everyone looks at you. And I just remember bringing my wife, Katie, to one of the races in Millstadt. You may have won that race. And we sat down and talked at the picnic table afterwards, and she just loved your personality. And I haven't seen you in so long since then. I know that you haven't been racing in a while, and I just want to let you know we sure do miss you. I did also want to let you know that by some strange happenstance, I actually won that Millstadt race last year. I think all the good guys didn't show up because maybe they thought it was going to be bad weather. Who knows? And I was really happy to see that you weren't on the starting line. Anyway, I don't know if that will ever happen again to me, but it sure was a fun day. And I had all my 3 kids. I don't think you've probably met any of my children because I got married a little bit later, and we had 3 kids pretty close together. So I was holding my baby Louie, who's now 10 months old, and my son Will, who's 5 and a half, and my daughter Farah, who's 4 years old. And they all got to stand up with me when they were taking the picture of me when they awarded the medal. And that was just a super fun day for us, and we just would love to see you back on the circuit someday, back out at the races. So I just want to let you know, Bob, that we've been praying for you, even my kids. You know, we have you in our thoughts and prayers, and we just wish you a speedy recovery. We know you're a strong person and a strong man, and I know that you're going to come back from this. We're praying for your family as well, all your kids. I remember your little kids when you used to race back then. I think you had probably an 8-year-old, 10-year-old, and another child a little bit older, and I don't know your kids, but I remember seeing one of your daughters at the race. She was just a little girl at the time. And now I think you've got kids graduating from college, and it's just fantastic. You know, I know they love you a lot, and they're by your side now. And my dad always spoke really highly of you, and everyone on the team, Mark Raich, Jim Snyder, Obermeyer, all those guys that basically I sort of grew up watching and admiring. And you were one of those guys, Bob. So you're really important to the Logan family. And come back strong, man. Can't wait to talk to you soon. God bless you and Kathy and your kids. Go get them, Bob. We'll talk soon.